sideways. I can hit it more than 5 ways. Double cup leaned on the highway.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Felicia Casson for a new episode of In the Music. This week, you guys, we have a new Up Next artist, and that is Worldwide Wednesday. So how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So
Good.
first things first, you know what I need to know. How did you get your name, Worldwide Wednesday? Introduce yourself. Where's you from, and how did you get the name?
Okay. So I go by the name Worldwide Wednesday. I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Pretty small town outside of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Not too far, about an hour away. Wednesday originally originated from back in high school. You know, I did music a lot for the past maybe 10 to 15 years. So I've been doing music for some time. I kind of phased out from actually writing music and making my own music and actually recording my own vocals. Kind of phased that out after high school. And then a friend had come up to me and he said, you know, like, you were so good in high school. I don't know why you didn't stick with it. And I was like, I appreciate it, but like, I'm not going back to that route. And he's like, no, like, you really should, because at the time, like, it wasn't really my thing. A lot of people like did, like, I was not good, obviously, in high school when you're starting out music and stuff. But he was like, no, you should go back to it. I said, I was joking around with him. I said, if I ever go back to making music, I'm just gonna name myself Wednesday. I'll call my first project this week. Like, just messing around. So I ended up making, because I was a producer and engineer at the time. So I ended up making a beat that I really liked, and I was like, you know what? Let me just like put some lyrics on it, see what I sound like on the mic. I haven't been on the microphone for a while, so I did it, and I liked it. I liked how it sounded. I was like, you know what? Let me put it out as Wednesday and see what happens. I put it out. It got like 11,000 views in the first 2 weeks, and I was like, whoa, like, this is almost like, you know, a flip side where I feel confident now. Like, I wasn't so confident doing music back then, and I didn't want to take it serious. So I just kind of ran with Wednesday. It kind of stuck with everybody, and like, they were like, yo, Wednesday, yo, Wednesday. So it kind of stuck, and like, I just kept and like sculpted Wednesday as like my confident side, because I'm a Gemini. So
Okay.
I have two sides to me.
That's your
You know what I
alter
mean?
ego.
I have,
Okay.
what's that?
I said that's your alter ego. It's okay. I got like 5 of them.
Exactly. So Wednesday is my confident side of me.
Okay. All right. So what kind of inspires you to do music?
A lot of things, honestly. First of all, the people around me,
Mm-hmm.
relationships that I have. I talk a lot about in my music. I talk a lot about my own life and the experiences that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the type of artist to fake the funk. I really am straight up. I'm very honest with people as a person, and my personality is just straight up with people. So I want to kind of carry that over to my music and have people relate to me, and kind of like the experiences that I go through. I want them to be able to reach out to me and be like, hey, like, I went through that too. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm glad that you made a song that kind of captured that mood, you know?
Okay. So who was some artist that inspired you?
In high school, since I grew up in PA, very big Wiz Khalifa fan, very big Mac Miller fan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Mac Miller kind of opened my eyes to the whole white boy and rapping and hip hop era of things, and it kind of like was like, oh, like, you know what, I could do that. You know, it was very close to home. Mac was very close to home. So in high school, those were the big influences. Um, Nowadays, I think like just all music, all types of music just influence me. It's not just hip hop anymore. I've really expanded my genres out to as wide as country to like anything you could think of. Like house music was
Mm-hmm.
a big thing for me when I lived in Miami. House music was huge, and EDM music was huge. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it because like it gave me a different perspective. Like, I'm a producer too, so I can go back and start producing these types of beats, and then I could hear myself on these types of beats. So I started like putting my vocals on top of house beats. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm getting inspired by the things that are just
Other
happening
people around you.
around me. Yeah.
I don't really know too much about PA music. So how is the music scene out there besides Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller?
Yeah. So obviously Pittsburgh was a very big city for music back then when they were just blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Philadelphia with Meek, with Lil Uzi, with um, as far as the hip hop scene goes, and you know, a bunch of other good artists out in Philly. But Lancaster specifically, nobody has really popped from my city. So like, I really want to be the first one to pop from my city. And I believe I'm going to be the first one to pop from my city so that I can open doors for other people, because Lancaster has a lot of hidden gems. And like, I'm not, like I told you, I'm very honest. Like, I know there are very, very great, talented people in Lancaster, and I want to be the one to be able to open the door for them because they deserve it. Like, there's people out here really striving and really want this music thing. I just want to be able to be the one to give that helping hand to them.
Okay. Well, first things first, you will be the one, okay?
I
And then,
appreciate you.
of course. So if you had to choose anybody that you will have to do a collaboration with, who would you do it with?
A collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
I think my collaborations would be aimed more towards producers than they would artists. I'm not a very big feature type of person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I really have to. I feed off of energy, so I really have to feed off of your energy. I really have to feel what you're doing and feel the music that you're making,
Mm-hmm.
in order to be able to collaborate with you on that musical level. But producers, I have a few main producers that I work with right now, but I love to like just expand my library of production, because um, you don't want to hear the same type of beat over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like take for instance, like Bryson Tiller is a very big inspiration to me. I love Bryson Tiller.
I
I think
love him.
he's an
Not so
amazing.
much his new album, but I love Versus Tiller.
Yeah, I love Bryson Tiller. I think he created a whole sound for hip hop that hadn't been created before, and like that's what I want to accomplish eventually. Like to get the producer that I work well with to be able to create the sound from scratch and just be like, wow, like he's making a statement. Like he's gonna be a legend because like he's making that statement and that mark in not only hip hop but the culture as well, and like showing people that what you can really do with music. I want to be able to do that.
Okay. So what have you learned about yourself since you've been doing music like consistently?
Way too much. I think more than I even wanted to know.
Like what?
Like I told you, I'm a Gemini, so I'm a pretty emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
Not uncontrollably, but I am very aware of my emotions. So like I tend to them, but the only way I tend to them is through music. So when I moved out to Miami, I moved out by myself. I didn't have any family and friends around, so it really ended up tailoring a lot of the music that I was writing, because now I'm going through all these experiences that I've never been through. And I'm doing it without family. I'm doing it without friends. So, you know, being able to write about those experiences kind of helped me grow as a person, because now I'm writing it down on paper. Like when they say write your goals on paper, or write, affirmations on paper. Well,
Mm-hmm.
like the words that I was writing down were kind of like helping me heal from situations that, I was going through, or that I was, and in high school, I just wrote poems. Like I was just writing poems like for my girlfriend at the time, or like just poems in general. But then it kind of turned into music, and I learned how to put it over production and make it sound as a full record. But just through writing, I learned so much about myself. Like I could go on for days about what I learned about myself, but like really dug deep into myself.
See, and I did that myself. Like writing, that is like a therapy session for myself. Like I be writing, and then Danisha is my real name, and I be like, "Oh, girl, I understand that. Like I feel what you're feeling."
To this day, right? Like even to this day, I'm sure you write things down, like because what they say is like once you write it down, it kind of gets out of your system, right? So like
Mhm.
it's not in your mind constantly in the back of your mind thinking anymore. It's kind of down on a piece of paper, and if that's a thought that you don't want to have anymore, you crumble it up and you throw it away.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like I really take that type of stuff like real, because I know that everything that I say in my music and everything that I'm portraying as an artist and that I want people to see for me is very true and very honest to myself. I'm very authentic. I'm an authentic artist.
Okay. So, what are some of the pros and cons have you faced like doing your music as an independent artist?
Um, a lot of the pros is just being able to do what I want to as an artist, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Release the way I want to release, kind of sculpt the projects that I want to do, be able to, just have control of my creativity, really, at the end of the day. It's really, really nice to be able to have control of your creativity, because I think once once people are digging into that creativity, because like I said, all of my creativity stems from real experiences. So I'm kind of, it's my outlet. I'm letting all of this go. So once people are digging into that and telling me like how to market it to people, or how to like give it to people, package it to people. That's the word I was looking for.
Mhm.
Package it to people. That's where it kind of cuts into like me. That's personal, you know, like that's something that I want to be able to really package up and deliver it, because I know how I want to deliver it, you know? So that's a big pro for me, to be able to just be creative by myself. Some cons, obviously, like you don't have the funds to be able to, like the label funds to be able to market the way you want to market, or like push the way you want to push. So that's the unfortunate part. But I know, like, at the end of the day, you know, if you're really, really pushing something that's real and authentic, like people are going to receive it anyways. Like people are going to listen, and they're going to share it with other people who feel the same type of way. So I'm not too worried about the now. I'm
Mhm.
not too worried about now, because I know in the future it's all going to work out.
Okay, I like your thinking. So look,
Yeah.
you are a businessman. So can you explain the whole ripple effect?
Yeah. So the ripple effect started about 3 or 4 years ago. It was actually September of 2017. So it was about 4 years ago. Um, I had been doing showcases at a very big Live Nation venue down in Fort Lauderdale. It was called Revolution Live. I had interned there originally as a marketing like specialist, and kind of my boss had known I was an artist. He knew that I was trying to throw shows for other artists. As I said, I want to be that person that opens doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always kept that mission in the back of my head. Like that's my purpose, like to help other people. That's my purpose. So I keep that in the back of my head to make sure like I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Ripple Effect started from a group of people who was very passionate about that same purpose, and wanted to get these artists on a stage and just like show them off to the South Florida area. So we kind of came together and we came up with the name Ripple Effect, obviously because it's a ripple effect, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what we want to accomplish is a ripple effect. There has been people on our stage that have gotten signed. There are people that on our stage that has literally taken the whole next step in their career, and also people who have stuck very close to us. You know, bands who have like constantly been on our stage and just asking us to be on our stage and bring people out every single time. So like that's what it's about, creating that community of not only artists but music lovers, audience, label heads, label execs, radio people, all of that in one room to be able to offer opportunities much wider than you would get by on your own. And that's what the ripple effect is about. So what we do, we throw artist showcases and we invite all these people. We invite vendors, just like the regular showcases I'm sure you've been to, but like a little bit more in depth with the people that are there. We hand choose the artists that go on the stage, and we hand choose the audience that we want. So we kind of like really focus in to make sure that opportunity is available to the artists that are performing, rather than just selling tickets and having a performance and hoping that someone looks you up. You know, we
Got
want to create that. So that's what the ripple effect is about.
Have you guys been able to do any shows?
So we just got done our first show post COVID. Not that COVID is over, but like, you know,
I
since COVID has been a thing. That was on February 21st down in Miami. It was at Lincoln's Beer Brewery. It was a pretty good show. You know, our last show before that gained about 500 to 600 people in the audience. This one was, you know, a little smaller because it was a smaller venue and COVID was a thing. But I'd say we got a good 100 to 150 people in there, which is good for COVID, in
Mm-hmm.
and out, obviously.
Yeah.
And we got about 9 artists/bands on there, 3 bands and 6 artists. So that was our last show about 3 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it went really well. It went really well, and we hope to have something soon again, whether it be in Miami or Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. So look, I see you into your marketing. So is that part of your OnlyFans strategy? 'Cause I was searching and I saw a little OnlyFans that came up.
Yeah. That one was fun. That was fun to kind of preview to people, because people were like, "Oh my god!" Like, what? You know, people from my hometown were like, "Are you serious? Like, you're really gonna do this?" And I was like, "Listen, like, just watch, just subscribe, and understand what OnlyFans is really about, because if you think about it, OnlyFans was created for the artist. And I'm not just saying the artists that are on there now. And if you want to call them artists, so be it. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do. I support it 100%. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, there it's a platform that it's a platform that offers so much more than just that. And it's either you're gonna tap into these platforms before they're huge, because eventually OnlyFans is gonna be bigger than what it is. At least that's what I think. And
Mm-hmm.
artists really have a chance to get one-on-one time with the people who really love their music, and also offer a little bit more than they would Instagram, their website, whatever may be the case. They're like more personal with it. So although I'm in the beginning stages of my OnlyFans, because it is a lot of work, it's a whole nother job that I didn't really realize it was. I do want to continue to hop on that wave and be able to garner the audience on OnlyFans and give away merchandise and give away videos that might not be seen on YouTube, and give away behind the scenes exclusive type things. I'm still kind of like figuring out how I want to do it and what I want to do, but yeah, like that's something I wanted to tap into, so I just did it.
Okay, of course. And then also, have you ever heard of Loom or Fanbase?
Loom, you said?
Mm-hmm. Lum.
No, I don't think I have.
You should download that app. That's like a see, I'm over here doing sponsorships for them. Loom is like is artist driven. Like literally you can put your music up there, videos, and you can interact with your fans and they pay you directly. It's to me, it looks like a Facebook integrated with the Instagram together for artists.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
I found out about it on Clubhouse, and it's a pretty cool app for myself as well.
Okay, yeah, yeah. First of all, I'm gonna have to follow you on Clubhouse, and then second of all, I'll definitely research a little bit more about it. That's super dope. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the information.
Yeah, please
So
do.
look, this is a video countdown, so I want you to think a little bit. What is your top three favorite videos of all time?
Um, Now we're talking about music videos from any artist ever.
Any artist?
Shoot, man.
It's a lot, I know.
First of all, first of all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just seen the Michael Jackson like movie
What's
on,
that?
I believe it was like Rock with You, or maybe it wasn't Rock with You. I believe it was Rock with You or something. It was about like an 8 to 10 minute movie. It was like a very very long, where Chris Rock was in it. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
about? I just seen that recently. I hadn't ever really like.
Never?
I don't think my parents were really like into that type of music, or at least they didn't listen to Michael Jackson as a fool. So I was never exposed to that. But like I just recently watched that whole entire thing. I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. This is insane. Like it's more than a music video. It's like it's something that I would love to do because I want to get into acting. So it's definitely something I would like to look into.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite. Um, Another one is just like any of the Travis Scott videos that you see, like oh my gosh, like the production value on the Travis Scott videos is like next level,
Hmm.
because just the way that like the aesthetics match him, and like some of the effects. Like I love Travis Scott's music videos. It doesn't even matter which one, but like I love his music videos, as well as I don't know if you've ever heard of this artist, but his name is Toby Lou. He works with videographer slash editor. He's like a graphic design dude. His name is Glassface, and
Hmm.
Glassface is like super intricate and like almost like a Lyrical Lemonade, but even like more intricate than that, with
Hmm.
the graphic effects in the videos, and like really just like learning how to bring graphic effects into real life. It's like movie type stuff. I love just like movie type videos. So those are the three artists I'll bring up today.
Okay, I'm actually gonna have to look at that. And I want to be honest, I have never seen a Travis Scott video.
What?
Ever seen a Travis Scott video?
Check them out. Check them
Yeah.
out. They're super, super aesthetically pleasing.
Okay. So, what is some of your thought process of your creative space when you're creating your own videos? Because I seen 5 days and I saw Friendly Neighbor. So, what was like your thought process behind that?
So 5 days was actually like actually all of it. was done by the director that I work with very closely.
Mhm.
She loved 5 Days as a whole, like the song, the record. She loved the record so much that she already had the concept and the idea in her head. And all she did was call me up, like, "Hey, I have this idea. All I need is you to be here on such and such date." I was like, "Listen, I'm there for sure." So we just linked up that day, and she kind of walked me through what her idea was, and it ended up being like very, very, like it fit the song so well, like aesthetically, and like the song matching the colors and the vibes. I
Mhm.
was like, wow, like you did it. Like this is you. That's all her. It had nothing to do with me. Um, Friendly Neighborhood. Um, I came up with the idea because in the song I originally had said friendly neighbor. So that just sparked an idea in my mind. Like, what if I did like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? What if I mixed Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood into like a music video? And I wasn't sure if anyone had done that, and I researched a little bit, but like I wasn't sure if anyone done it. So I was like, oh, I might be the first one to do it. So I sat down with my director and I sat down with my videographer. I was like, look, this is my idea. How can we bring this to life? And like I told you, I want to be an actor someday. Like I want to get into like that type of role in some type of way. So I was like, this is gonna be my chance to just like kind of act a little bit like as Mr. Rogers. So like I had the whole tie and all that kind of stuff in, jumped in the pool and whatnot. But that came together as a whole between my videographer, director, and my ideas. And that was my favorite video to shoot by far. Like without a doubt, was the most fun.
Watching it, it looked like you had hella fun.
So much fun. Me and all my friend group, like I've had all those friends in that video since I was like 4 years old and up. Like those are people I grew up with. Those are people that I'm still tight with, and that's like the people I hold close to me. I
Mhm.
call them brothers. And each one of them play a huge part into who I am today. So I wanted to display all of those people around me and not just like have it be about me. Cause like
Yeah.
I told you, I'm very about everybody. Like I want to be that helping hand to bring people up.
Okay. Saturday, you making a Turnip Record. What's your vibe got to be like? Take us in the world with Worldwide Wednesday in a studio.
Yeah. So it definitely depends on the experiences I've had within the past 3 days. But if it's a turn up record, like last time I came to Atlanta, I'm in Atlanta right now. I'm in a hotel.
Mhm.
Um, and I brought my studio equipment with me.
Look, always working.
Always, always. I want to make sure that, I could get some records when I have the ideas. Um, but last time I was in Atlanta might be the best example I could give you. I had come for a friend's birthday originally, but I had a show as well. And I had a couple appearances, like club appearances and whatnot. But after that weekend, I had the last day I had there, I had a studio session. And just everything, the vibe that I caught, the mood that I caught from everyone, the energy that I caught from everyone around me was like turn up. Like we turned up, we had fun, and we did what we did. So I created two records within like, it was a 4 or 5 hour session. I created two records from scratch and completely freestyled both of them. Um, just off the top in the studio, and it came out so dope, but they were turn up records, and I was like, well, it only makes sense. I've been turning up for the past 3 days, you know what I'm saying? So like I told you, like my music, it's not really music, it's a mood. That's why I like to say to people, it's like when you listen to my music, you can't listen to it just for the music aspect of it, the production and the lyrics. You gotta really just like take it as a whole and understand that it's a mood. Because like when you go to my profile on Spotify, I want you to be able to pick a song depending on what mood you're in, because that's who I am. Like that's who I am as a person. Either I'm a Gemini. Either I'm in like a good mood, or I'm just kind of like in a mellow, chill mood that I don't, just want to be by myself. So I have both of these personalities in my record.
So what do you see your 2021 looking like? Okay, we 3 months in now.
One word I could say is prosperous for sure. I'm a big believer. I'm very spiritual, so I'm a big believer in God. And I've been praying a lot, and everything, like the things that He's been lining up for me, it's inevitable. Like it's happening before my eyes. Like it's insane, and all I can do is follow the path. So 2021, I think it's going to be prosperous, or I know it's going to be prosperous. And I know that, the people around me are going to benefit as well. And we're all going to be moving up at the same time so that we can create something so much bigger than just what I am. So that's my 2021 is to I think Benny the Butcher had this one lyric in the beginning of, I don't know if you listen to Benny the Butcher, but yeah, the lyric of last year was about branding, this year's about expanding, and like 2021, that's what it is about for me, like expanding, like just expanding my brand. That's it.
Okay. So where can everybody find you on social media?
Everywhere at Worldwide Wednesday. I think the only thing that's a little different is Twitter, which is Worldwide Wed, WED, because they didn't allow me to have the entire thing. But everywhere else, you can Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Worldwide Wednesday, TikTok, Worldwide Wednesday, all of it, all of the above.
Okay, wait, hold on. Do you got a little TikTok challenge I need to know about?
TikTok challenge. See, like, I've been trying to get people to do these dances for Friendly Neighborhood. I've gotten a couple people, but I do need some people to do some dances. So if you do a dance,
Look, I got you.
I know, I see it. You groove. So if you do a dance, tag me Worldwide Wednesday and use Friendly Neighborhood, the song it is on TikTok, and check out the rest of my music.
Okay, all right. Well, I want to thank you so much for just taking the time out and just talking with me and being in the music.
Of course. I appreciate the time that you took.
Thank you.
Oh, hi. Welcome to Wednesday's Neighborhood. I actually have some friends for you to meet.
Cardio might make your heart break. Texting me all crazy. Not gonna lie, didn't pay attention. You and me get lazy. Friendly neighbor, you like all state. Pull up on my baby. Neon jumpsuit, rip it off like they did back in the 80s. Yeah. Me and the game are going crazy. They just got out and she going crazy. Feel like these people are starting to hate me. Feel like I feel when I'm taking you lady. Feel like popping the number, them not talking shady. Life is right, life is wrong, life is life. I sure hope that this stuff mixes with Sprite. I know you like cold hearts, I got you ice. My doggy said he'll do it for a price. Yeah, do it for a price. Cardio might make your heart break. Texting me all crazy, not gonna lie, didn't pay attention. You and me get lazy. Friendly neighbor, you like all state. Pull up on my baby. Neon jumpsuit, rip it off like they did back in the 80s. I let you slide, you bitch. Got a number, didn't save it. But that's my little baby, why she always misbehaving? I like her misbehaving, why she always misbehaving? Got her friends up in my place, an operation in the basement. Me and all my dogs and make it run it. Man, don't stay complacent. Let's rent the room out while it's vacant. I gotta test drive before I take it. Ask her what's wrong when nothing's wrong. Hit you back when I'm in my zone. I hit you once, now leave me alone. Devil in my head, gotta leave me alone. Say I'm not right, well go ahead, prove me wrong. Cardio might make your heart break. Texting me all crazy, not gonna lie, didn't pay attention. You and me get lazy. Friendly neighbor, you like all state. Pull up on my baby. Neon jumpsuit, rip it off like they did back in the 80s. Yeah. Me and the game are going crazy. They just got out and she going crazy. Feel like these people are starting to hate me. Feel like, yeah. Me and the game are going crazy. They just got out and she going crazy. Feel like these people are starting to hate me. Feel like I feel when I'm taking you late. Feel like popping the number, them not talking shade.
Pop back. All right, Wednesday, coach.
I know it's all around a good day.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
My doggy said he'll do it for a price.
Yeah.
in the 80s. Let's just fly your bitch and save her.
Right before cardio mic dip, okay?
Mic, take your heart rate back.